Hi, my name is Joseph Bonanno. I'll be doing my vlog on the Palm Islands, how they were built, and the environmental concerns that we have after they were built, and even during. Alright, let's jump right into it. This is the first island to be built out of the many that are planned for construction. As you can see, its palm tree shape is what gives it the name, the Palm Islands. The Palm Islands are a man-made archipelago off the coast of the city of Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Construction began in 2001 on the first island, which you saw on the previous slides. That island alone took 210 million cubic meters of sand, rock, and limestone. Today, these islands act as private real estate, playing host to homes and hotels. After construction was completed, the World Wildlife Fund announced in 2006 that the United Arab Emirates had too much human pressure on the global ecosystem. In fact, it was the highest in the world. It also mentioned that the construction from start to finish had caused many visible ecological and environmental changes that were a threat to the future. As of today, the only islands that are built are the ones to the left, which are the Palm Islands, and the ones directly in the middle, which are the World Islands. The rest are planned for the future. The Palm Islands began construction in 2001, which means it's taken 20 years for the Palm and the World Islands to be built. The rest of the islands will probably take another 20 years, if not more, to finish construction. Even though these islands are feats of human engineering, they have extremely negative effects on the environment. During and after their construction, these islands are guilty of destroying wildlife, influencing coastal erosion, disrupting longshore sediment transports, creating irregular wave patterns, and causing sediment displacement. Destroying habitat is one of the largest effects on the environment that the construction of these islands have had. If the wildlife in these habitats weren't killed during the construction, then they were displaced, disrupting migration routes and destroying breeding grounds. Here we see an image of water surrounding the Palm Islands, completely devoid of life. When determining the safety of the Palm Islands, erosion is a huge factor. The Persian Gulf is prone to high waves, frequent storms, and rising water levels. If you put an island in the middle of all these threats, primarily created out of limestone and sand, both are very susceptible to erosion. Maintenance will have to become a regular occurrence. This picture on the Dubai coast was taken not even a mile away from the first Palm Island. You can see that erosion has already had a massive effect on this part of the coastline. Another thing these islands will impact are alongshore currents. Alongshore currents are when waves reflect off the shoreline and create currents which carry sediment across the coastline and deposit it, as shown in the left part of the image. The way people counter this is by placing blockers along the coast, which keeps the sand in a certain area. That's what these islands will do, but on a much larger scale. Their shape will become completely unrecognizable because the sand and sediment will build up along their left or right side depending on which way the current is going. During and after the construction, the sediment and sand that wasn't used settled across the seafloor around the island and ultimately suffocated the flora and fauna that remained. This is an image of the sand and sediment that was dredged up, being disposed of along the same coastline. Years after their completion, the Palm Islands have created hundreds of miles of residential area, and this has created thousands of pounds of human pollution and waste. Although dumping was eradicated in the last couple of years in the UAE, trash is still finding its way into the Persian Gulf. Unfortunately, these islands aren't doing anything to help that cause. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.